Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that love, real, undeniable, cosmic love, is less about logic and more about energy? That the person you are destined to be with is not just a choice, but an inevitability written in the very fabric of your being. You see, we are not just physical bodies, we are electromagnetic fields of information, pulsing, vibrating, attracting, and when two people are meant for each other, their fields resonate at a frequency that defies space, time, and reason. So today, let's step beyond the conventional and dive into the 5 quirky, undeniable signs that you and your person are not just lovers, you are entangled at the deepest quantum level. 1. Magnetic synchronization. You pick up your phone to text them, and before you can hit send, boom! A message from them arrives. You think about them, and suddenly they call. This is not mere coincidence. It's coherence. Your energy fields are in sync, mirroring each other across space because, at a subconscious level, you are always connected. 2. The unspoken connection. In a crowded room, you don't need words to communicate. A glance, a shift in breath, a subtle expression. These speak louder than paragraphs. Because love at this level is not verbal, it's vibrational. When two souls are meant for each other, they don't just understand each other's words, they understand each other's energy. 3. Trigger and transform. The triggers. Most people fear them, but in a destined connection, they are invitations to evolve. This person will challenge you, awaken old wounds, and force you to face parts of yourself you've ignored. But instead of running, you both lean in. Because you recognize that true love isn't about comfort, it's about evolution. 4. The frequency of playfulness. Ever notice how you can be your most unfiltered, weird, goofy self with them? That's because playfulness exists at a high frequency, and when two people vibrate at the same level, life feels lighter. Even in the silence, even in the stillness, there is a cosmic wink, like the universe is saying, this is it. 5. Future premonitions. Maybe you dreamt of them before they arrived. Maybe you felt their presence in moments of solitude, long before they stepped into your reality. That's because love, at its highest level, transcends time. Your subconscious knew before your conscious mind caught up. And when you finally meet, there's this inexplicable feeling that says, the grand design. My friends, love is not just about proximity or convenience. It is about alignment. When two souls are meant for each other, the universe orchestrates synchronicities so precise, so undeniable. So if you recognize these signs, don't overthink it. Step into the flow, trust the pull, and know that what is meant for you is already finding its way. Because destiny, at its core, is simply energy aligning with energy. Would you like any refinements? You pick up your phone to text them, and before you can hit send, boom, a message from them arrives. You're humming a song, and they start singing it out loud. You think of them, and suddenly they call. Most would dismiss this as coincidence, but at a deeper level, it's coherence. Everything in the universe operates on frequency, including our thoughts, emotions, and intentions. When two people are truly connected, their energy fields synchronize, much like two tuning forks vibrating in harmony. This is not just romantic chemistry, it's physics. Your nervous systems, your electromagnetic signatures, are attuned to each other in ways that defy logic but make perfect sense in the quantum realm. This synchronization isn't forced, it's effortless. It's as if your subconscious minds are running on the same operating system, constantly sharing information beyond the conscious level. You anticipate their moods before they even speak. You instinctively know when they need space and when they need you closer. Even when miles apart, you feel them, sometimes as a whisper in your mind, sometimes as a warmth in your chest. It's not magic, It's resonance. And when two people are vibrating at the same frequency, the universe conspires to keep them in rhythm. There are moments when words become unnecessary, where silence holds more meaning than any sentence ever could. You lock eyes across a crowded room, and in that instant, you just know what the other is thinking. A slight shift in breath, a barely noticeable change in energy, and without speaking, you sense what they need. It's not just familiarity, it's something deeper, something beyond the rational mind. This connection exists because communication is more than language. It's vibration, it's frequency, it's energy. Science shows us that emotions and thoughts generate electromagnetic signals, subtle yet powerful waves that extend beyond the physical body. When two people are in sync, they unconsciously attune to these signals, creating a bond that transcends spoken words. It's why you can feel their presence before they enter a room, or sense their emotions even when they're miles away. This kind of connection isn't just rare, it's profound. It's the type that allows two souls to navigate life together without constant verbal affirmation. You don't need to explain yourself repeatedly because they already understand. You don't need to put everything into words because they can read between the lines of your energy, your expressions, your pauses. In a world filled with noise, this connection is the quiet certainty that speaks louder than anything else. Most people believe love should be easy, effortless, free of conflict, but real love, the kind that is meant to shape you, doesn't just comfort, it confronts. This person, the one you feel undeniably drawn to, will not only bring out the best in you, but will also expose the wounds you've buried, the fears you've avoided, the patterns you've carried for years without question, and that's where the magic happens. At first it may feel unsettling. They trigger something deep within you, an old insecurity, an unresolved childhood wound, a fear of abandonment or rejection. It's easy to assume they are the problem, that if only they acted differently, you wouldn't feel this way. But the truth is, they are not the source of your pain. They are the mirror reflecting it back to you. Science tells us that our subconscious mind runs most of our emotional programming. The person you are meant to grow with will activate the deepest layers of that programming, not to hurt you, but to help you see what's been hidden. When you recognize this, a shift happens. Instead of reacting with blame, you respond with awareness. Instead of running, you lean in. True connection isn't about avoiding discomfort, it's about using it as fuel for transformation. The right person will not coddle your ego. They will call you into your highest self. And in turn, you will do the same for them. Together, you don't just fall in love, you evolve in love. There is something effortless about the way you laugh together, the way even the most mundane moments feel lighter in their presence. It's not just about having fun, it's about vibrational alignment. Playfulness exists at a high frequency, and when two people are meant for each other, their energy naturally lifts when they're together. The universe moves in rhythms of joy, and your connection mirrors that rhythm in a way that feels almost childlike, almost otherworldly. You find yourself speaking in inside jokes that no one else understands, creating a language of laughter that belongs only to the two of you. Even during difficult times, there's a softness between you, a subtle reminder that no matter how heavy life gets, you will always find your way back to lightness. Neuroscience tells us that when we play, when we laugh, we release powerful chemicals, dopamine, oxytocin, neurotransmitters that reinforce bonding and trust. This is not just emotional, it's biological. But what makes this different from fleeting chemistry is the effortlessness of it. You don't have to try to be funny, to impress, to entertain. It's as if your souls recognize each other from another time, slipping back into an ease that feels both familiar and fresh. And in that space, there is no need for pretense, no weight of expectation, only the pure, simple joy of being together. There are moments in life when something, an image, a feeling, a dream, gives you a glimpse of what's to come before it ever arrives. You may have dreamt of them before you met, seen their face in a vision, or felt their presence long before you even knew their name. Maybe it was just a passing thought, a fleeting feeling that someone was out there, waiting, moving toward you. And then when you finally meet, there's this undeniable sense of déjà vu, as if your soul already knew what your mind is only now catching up to. This isn't just imagination, it's intuition. Science tells us that the subconscious mind picks up on patterns and frequencies far beyond our conscious awareness. And when two people are truly meant to find each other, their energy fields may have already collided long before their physical paths cross. Time, as we know it, is not linear. It folds, it overlaps, it moves in ways we don't fully understand. Love, especially the kind that transcends lifetimes, operates on that same level. You may realize that you've always felt drawn to a particular place, only to discover it's where they grew up, or that a specific song, a repeated number, a recurring dream kept showing up before they arrived in your life. These are not random coincidences. They are echoes of a connection that existed before your meeting, reminders from the universe that you were always on your way to each other. When love is truly aligned, it does not begin at hello. It has been unfolding long before, waiting for the right moment to become real. No matter where life takes you, no matter how much time passes, there is a force, unseen yet undeniable, that keeps pulling you back to each other. It's not just attraction, it's something deeper, something that feels written into the very fabric of your being. You may try to rationalize it, to walk away, to convince yourself that it was just timing, just circumstance, but the more you resist, the stronger the pull becomes. This connection defies logic because it is not governed by logic, it is governed by energy. Quantum physics tells us that once two particles become entangled, no matter how far apart they travel, they remain connected. What happens to one instantly affects the other beyond space and time. Love, at its most profound level, follows the same principle. You and this person are entangled in ways that can't be explained, only felt. Even if life separates you, even if circumstances push you onto different paths, something keeps drawing you back into each other's orbit. Maybe it's a chance encounter, a random message, a dream that lingers too long to ignore. Maybe it's just a feeling, one that never fully leaves, even when you try to move on. This isn't obsession, it's alignment. It's the universe whispering that your story isn't over, that no matter how far you drift, what is truly meant for you will always find its way home. 5 quirky signs you're meant for each other. Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that love, real, undeniable, cosmic love, isn't just about chemistry or compatibility? That the person you are truly meant to be with isn't found by logic, but by energy, by frequency, by something deeper than the mind can comprehend. We've been conditioned to believe that love is about shared interests, perfect timing, or sheer luck. But true connection isn't random, it's orchestrated. It's a meeting of two energies that recognize each other beyond the conscious mind. And when two people are truly meant for each other, the universe reveals itself through signs, through synchronicities, through a pull so strong that no amount of distance or time can sever it. I want to share with you 5 undeniable, quirky signs that you and someone are not just in love, you are energetically aligned. You've felt it, haven't you? That magnetic synchronization, the way you pick up your phone to text them only to find a message already waiting, the way you think of them and suddenly they appear. Science would call this a coincidence, but energy knows better. You and this person are moving at the same frequency, mirroring each other across space, connected in a way that defies logic but feels like the most natural thing in the world. And then there's the unspoken connection. You don't just communicate through words, you communicate through energy, through breath, through a knowing that exists in silence. A glance from across the room speaks volumes. A shift in energy tells you everything. You feel their emotions even when they haven't said a word. Because real love isn't just about understanding each other's words, it's about understanding each other's souls. But love, true, transformative love, isn't always comfortable. Because the right person doesn't just bring peace, they bring growth. They trigger and transform you. They awaken the wounds you've buried, force you to face the patterns you've been running from, and challenge you to evolve. Not because they want to hurt you, but because they are here to awaken you. When you stop seeing conflict as a threat and start seeing it as a mirror, you unlock the true power of love. Not as a place to hide, but as a force that shapes you into who you are meant to become. And through it all, through the growth, the intensity, the transformation, there is an effortless lightness, the frequency of playfulness, the way you laugh together, the way even the most mundane moments feel electric, the way you can be completely unapologetically yourself, your weirdest, most unfiltered self, and they love you even more for it. This is not just about fun, it's about alignment. When two souls vibrate at the same level, life itself becomes lighter. But perhaps the most mysterious, the most undeniable sign that you were meant to find each other is this: future premonitions. Maybe you dreamt of them before you met. Maybe you felt their presence in moments of solitude. Maybe certain places, certain songs, certain moments in time always felt like they were leading you somewhere, preparing you for someone. This is not imagination. This is your subconscious recognizing what your conscious mind is only now waking up to. Because when love is truly aligned, it does not begin at hello. It has been unfolding long before, waiting for the right moment to become real. And finally, there is the inevitable pull. No matter how much time passes, no matter how far you go, something always brings you back together. You try to move on, you convince yourself it was just a chapter, just a coincidence, and yet something deeper knows the truth. This is not just attraction, this is quantum entanglement. It's the knowing that what is meant for you will always find its way home. So my friends, if you recognize these signs, don't fight them. Lean in, trust the pull. Because love is not just about finding someone to share your time with. It's about finding the one who shifts your energy, rewires your reality, and reminds you that the universe has always had a plan.